had an interesting day, and I'll save that for my next video. Let's just say that. I want to say that I did not upload a video yesterday because I was really under the weather. I was not feeling well. And the day before, which was Tuesday, I woke up feeling exhausted, and I felt like I hadn't slept in days, and that's not normal for me. So at work I struggled, and I went and got a Monster. Now keep in mind I'm on this diet that I've mentioned, and I'm really committed for the first time in my life. But I'm like, I need to go get a Monster because this coffee isn't cutting it. So I had a Monster about 10 in the morning, and that was good up until I think 4. And then it started hitting me. Oh my God, it's coming back. Once again, I'm exhausted till I get home. And then it got where I couldn't wait to go to bed. And that day I did a video. And I don't remember what that video was about. But anyway, I went to bed early. I think I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. I slept since then. So I got up that morning, Wednesday morning. Today's Thursday. I woke up and I sat up. And it didn't hit me till I sat up that I was once again feeling horrible. And it felt like I hadn't slept in days still. And I was just exhausted. So I kind of laid on my side in an awkward position so I wouldn't go back to sleep. And I'm laying there thinking, oh, I feel horrible. I feel miserable. What in the world is going on? And I'm like, I have PTO. I'm just going to call in and I'm going to sleep in and just baby myself for the rest of the day. And so I did. And in my position and the one I have at my workplace, you could call in PTO as long as you have it and you don't have points against you. So that's what I did. And then I slept till 10 and I got up and I still felt that way. And I'm like, what in the world? So I get up and I'm walking around the house and I went to make me some breakfast. And I shouldn't say when I got up walking around the house, it wasn't like I was doing things and then I made breakfast. I kind of just used the bathroom, went and made breakfast. And I did hard-boiled eggs because I was exhausted. I was like, I don't really feel like standing here. I did the hard-boiled eggs, and while I was peeling them, after they cooked, of course, I'm sitting there thinking, oh God, I need to sit down. I felt like this heavy weight was just pulling me down, kind of from the inside out. I felt exhausted, and I'm not just saying tired. I'm talking exhausted. I felt like I worked hard for days, didn't sleep for the same amount of days at the same time, and was just physically and mentally wore out. Then it got where I was not feeling well. But Tuesday, I noticed, now my heart does weird things since I overdosed at 16. It does weird things. It'll flop, it'll flutter painlessly. I have failed a EKG test, although I passed the stress test. I've had doctors listen to my heart, and more than maybe a handful of them said, it sounds like you got a murmur, but nah, which was kind of coincidental that different doctors heard the same thing. My heart hasn't fluttered in a long time, since my visitors fixed it. And I think that's why they keep starting my heart. They're fixing it or doing something to it to make it better. I don't know. But I noticed Tuesday, it started it felt like it would thump every now and then, like a finger was in the V of my ribs, up a little higher where your heart is. And it felt like a finger thumping you painlessly. And it seemed like it did it at a certain amount of time, like labor, every 5 minutes, every 15 minutes or whatever, but I never timed it. It was just the further into the day that it got, I started noticing. It seems like it's a certain amount of time apart. Of course, it was all painless, but I wasn't feeling well. And I'm like, what's going on? There's something going on. My system is out of whack. There's something going on. And I thought, well, maybe it's my heart. Because I know when your heart's messed up, it kind of pulls you down. I know my visitors try to heal my body. They work on my body. So I thought, I'm going to send a thought out, see if they'll come and work on me right now, not this very minute, but then. And I'm going to lay on the floor with my eyes closed. I'm going to relax and keep sending that thought out. Can you come and scan my body to see if there's anything wrong? I laid there a good amount of time. Didn't feel anything, didn't hear anything, nothing. And I even muted the TV and my heart just did that floppy thing. So anyway, I didn't hear nothing, see anything, whatever. So I got up and I thought, well, maybe tonight, maybe, because they always come at night for sure. Although I know they're always around. And so I dealt with the day. Actually, then I went to Walmart and I thought, I'm getting a Monster and a few things of groceries because I need food. But most of all, I wanted that Monster because I needed that energy. But being in Walmart, I didn't get to drink it while in Walmart, but I kept eyeballing it. I'm like, oh, I need it because I feel so just, ugh. So anyway, I get home. It turns out I didn't even drink one. Why? I don't know. I don't know why I didn't. I ended up going to bed and I'm in there doing my color by numbers as always. And I'm thinking, okay, I feel like they're in here, but they're waiting for me to put the phone down as always. But before I did, I kind of stayed with it a little while longer and it felt like I was feeling movement under my left rib cage. Now, not where my heart was, just down a little lower. And I'm like, I wonder if that's them. So in my head, I thought, well, because I gotta finish this color by numbers. I was almost done. So just hang in there. I gotta finish it. I finished it, put it down. And then I started feeling an encasing around my body they always work from my feet up. And it was snug, didn't bother me. And then I felt pulsating all over. And I'm like, oh, okay. It was similar to what I have shared in the past. I think it was my arm or my hand. I can't remember. I did a video about it, but it would be like a massage, kind of something like this. And it was on my arms. It felt like maybe on the side of my face. I can't remember every little detail about it because I was groggy for one. And I felt like I was going in and out. And whether they were doing that or my sleeping pill was, sometimes I can't tell. But I do know that was going on. And it felt like it was everywhere is what I want to say. And then it was like, I opened my eyes because I was groggy. And I shut my eyes and then I opened them to see if I could see anybody. And I didn't, but I will say this because today I was thinking at work. I've been told, and I don't doubt it at all, that when they're in their ships up in the sky, they can mirror what's behind them so they can look like a cloud. So if there's like, I'm going to just say this for instance, there's a heart cloud and they go right in front of it between us and them, between us and the cloud, they can mirror that heart cloud. So that's what we see. Is a heart cloud instead of them. Does that make sense? And I say this because I've noticed things in my bedroom being odd. For instance, let's just say I have a vertical book on my, I'm just going to say desk. And when I open my eyes and look in that direction, and as I've always said, when I open my eyes always land where they're at. And well, let's just say, for instance, I looked right at that book. But that book was abnormally really close to me instead of across the room. And that happens a lot. And even there's circumstances where my curtain, just a section of my curtain against my window, will look closer to me. So I'm looking like, what in the world? And then the more I focus in on it, it becomes flat with the rest of the curtain. The same thing with the book. I keep blinking and focusing on it, and then all of a sudden it's at the correct distance away from me. And that happens a lot. And so today I was thinking, I wonder if that's the same thing. They're trying to mirror themselves with something behind them, but do they not know it doesn't work because it's showing that they're closer instead of further away? I hope that makes sense. So that happened yesterday. And I will say this. This is another reason why I think of that. I was trying to focus on, I think it was the curtain that was closer to me yesterday, just a section of it, not all of it. And I'm focusing on it, and I'm like, why does that do that? And then I noticed movement, kind of like this big around. And it was kind of movement, and I'm looking and looking, and I'm like, that's the reflection of my TV. Because my TV, I'm going to give bad demonstrations. Between me and the TV is a good maybe 6 feet, between 6 and 10 feet. I'm bad at measuring. And between me and the TV, the reflection that I was seeing was probably 2 to 3 feet from me. And it was like I was seeing the TV's images bouncing off whatever was standing there, but it was all black and white instead of color. And when I started focusing on it, in my peripheral, I could see images move, and then I could see the same images move. For instance, there was a woman or something doing this, and in that image I was seeing, it was doing that. And I'm like, what is that? Is that a reflection? I don't understand. And so today I was thinking about that, wondering, I wonder if that's a mirror image of what they do in the sky. But, you know, some of this just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. I'm like, they know I want to see them. Of course, I do see them, but I want to see all of them. I don't get to see all of them. I just see a few of them. And I'm like, come on. Okay. But at least they come to me. But anyway, today I woke up. I felt great. Except my heart does this little floppy thing still, but not as often. I think it's done it twice since I started this video with you. But I feel good. I feel energetic. I don't feel sick. I don't feel nothing. I just feel good. So they did something, that's for sure. I guess that's it. I feel like they're here with me. I feel like maybe they'll be with me again tonight just to make sure that things are okay. A part of me wants to say when they put me to sleep is when they take me on their ship. I wish I could remember everything about that. I will let you know if they come back tonight in tomorrow's video. I love you guys tremendously, and I'm ending this here. And I hope you have a good day. Give me a like and a subscribe and hit the notification. I'm sending you love, light, and peace. Bye.